Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 39th episode of the TheCoasterCasters podcast. This episode of the TheCoasterCasters podcast is sponsored by Cruise Planners Heart of Kentucky Travel. For all your travel needs, go to heartofkentuckytravel.com. So, again, short and sweet episode tonight because there's a lot of people that are at Horror Nights. We're having technical issues with Scott being on the road and doing the Google Hangouts thing. We're going to get that situated. He'll be on next week. We promise. I 100% promise he will be on next week. But Owen, Mel, Katie, probably Amanda, and basically everyone's at some kind of Halloween event but myself and Scott. So I'm going to just breeze through this news, talk about my last trip for the year to Kentucky Kingdom, and then that's going to be our show. So starting out, we have this whole mean streak thing going on at Cedar Point, and whenever they announce that mean streak is being fined or being killed, I don't know what that was, but there was rumors that it wasn't going to be RMC, it was going to be GCI, but as I said months and months and months ago, I'm like, wait, this makes no sense. Why wouldn't it be GCI? Oh, Scott's here.
Yes, I'm here.
Holy crap. Everyone,
I don't know.
Scott for the first time.
Hey, guys. I don't know what the heck happened. My other phone was being a piece of crap, so I had to go on my other phone.
It's perfectly
I have two phones.
Fine. It's perfectly fine. I'm just starting to talk about Mean Streak and all of its glory that it's about to be, actually.
Ah.
Have you not heard about what's going on?
No, I have not, actually.
All right, well, what's going on is Mean Streak, the iconic roller coaster at Cedar Point, closed like 2 weeks ago, I believe. And then everyone's been like, oh, GCI is going to get it. It's going to be like the same ride, but it's going to be a GCI, blah, blah, blah. And I said, and I'm on record saying this like weeks and weeks and weeks ago, no, but RMC's probably going to take it. I'm 100% positive because they want to make the best and biggest and greatest coasters in the world. Take Storm Chaser, for example. Take Twisted Colossus, for example. Take Medusa, for example. And guess what showed up on last Thursday?
They showed up.
A Rocky Mountain construction crane truck. So I'm pretty sure that RMC's doing it.
I'm actually pretty excited for it.
It would not surprise me. I'm definitely going to go up if we find out like totally that RMC is doing it. Because I love my Storm Chaser at Kentucky Kingdom. It is beautiful. It really is. It's so smooth. It's better than what was there before, and it's just a great coaster. And I believe that RMC could make basically any wooden coaster great again. Oh my gosh. RMC's the Donald Trump of roller coaster creations. Literally, they make every wooden coaster great again. That should be in Bill and Ted.
Oh yeah, they should. Rocky Mountain Coaster is pretty synonymous for the Midwest, so
yeah.
I forget. Didn't they built I gotta go way deep in my memory. I forget who built the Great American Coaster at Six Flags Great America.
Oh, the Great American Scream Machine?
Yeah.
Give me a second. Great Americans.
Someone at doubt Six Flags probably contacted him to probably come and make some improvements, because I remember as a kid, that coaster was rough. It's gotten a lot smoother now.
they've been doing some steel stuff too because they have that new steel track, but maybe.
Oh yeah.
Nope. Just the
No.
Philadelphia Toboggan Coaster Company has.
Oh, okay.
That's all they've been doing with it. But yeah, I know about that ride.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
Lord.
I grew up in the Chicago area, so now I
Yeah.
live up by the Green Bay area. In case some of you guys don't know, I used to do a lot of Disney podcasts, and now I'm doing my own, and now helping out with Travis and the gang here at the TheCoasterCasters. And
Yep.
I have a little knowledge, not much. I need to dive more into it.
Well, we can totally get you dived in more.
Right. I'm waiting for the Dells to come up with something better than what they already have.
Yeah. It's they did well with Hades 360, but that's about it. That's about it. That's all they got.
Yeah, Mount Olympus added a pool over the winter, and that was it.
Sounds like King's Dominion, just adding more to Planet Snoopy. Make roller coasters.
Six Flags
people.
now is making. Yeah, now Six Flags is adding pretty much a coaster in every park.
Well, they're not.
Only they're a little ambitious.
It's not that they're ambitious. It's just.
Are they doing this? Are they still doing the trade program between all the parks, or is it
everyone's getting the same
coasters?
things? No, everyone's getting the same things.
And that's
everyone's getting the Joker Free Fly, and everyone's getting the Justice League Dark Ride.
I want to check that out. That Joker ride does not look good for me.
No, I like flipping, but not flipping uncontrollably.
It makes me think that is a cross between the Zipper and a roller coaster, and that's the evil child that came out of it.
It's the redheaded stepchild that nobody wants to go on.
But everybody says it's great.
Yeah, actually, I've heard nothing but bad things about it.
Yeah, I get Wild Mouse Rides is about as wild as it will get for me.
Yeah, Primeval Whirl is the wildest I'll get.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'll go on. I've been to Kings Island.
Mm-hmm.
I've rode all the coasters there. The Beast is the best. But I mean, what is it? What's that one high speed coaster they have?
Flight of Fear.
No, it's another one. Looks like a Venom. No.
Anaconda. No.
I thought it started with a P. It was like the Snake Ride or something.
Might have been.
I forget. This was years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was a great ride, going like 90 miles an hour, and you got this only triangle thing that sits on your legs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No flips on that one, thank God.
Well, we have news from the UK to talk about. So...
Uh-oh. Hello? I guess we're still live, baby. Travis just disappeared. Interesting. I don't even know the news that he's going to even talk about, so we'll see what happens here. He should be coming back to the call here any minute now. I hope. Don't leave me hanging, Travis.
Okay, so I apologize for that. That's my bad. What happened was basically every single time I try to do something on my computer, it just cuts out what I'm doing on Hangouts every time.
I kept them kind of entertained.
Good. I'll have to go back and hear what you said. Anyway.
I was just like, oh, I think Travis just left. I hope he comes back because I have no clue what the heck this news is coming out of the UK.
All right. Well, the news from the UK is that Pleasure Island, a theme park in Sealthorpes, has announced that they're closing for good at the end of October. Their last day will be October 29th, and the park will go out with a bang, with a big fireworks show. It's sad to see little parks go. It really is.
Yeah, we've had a lot of little parks disappear over the years here in the U.S., but
yeah,
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that one of the mainstays in the U.K. that's been there for a while, or was that one of the newer ones that popped up in the last? I think it's one of the new.
I think it's one of the newer ones.
Because nobody can beat Thorpe Park.
no one can beat Thorpe Park or Alton Towers or Blackpool Pleasure Beach or none of those. No.
It's amazing for such a small country. I mean, not in terms of size-wise as population, but to have that many theme parks. I mean, they always got to be cramped there.
It seems like there's one every corner.
Yeah, right.
Starbucks.
That's what I say about Starbucks and your pumpkin spice lattes.
Hey, I like pumpkin spice latte.
Hey, good for you. I'll eat normal pie and pumpkin pie. That's good.
Sounds good. Yeah, right. Pie's good. Moving on to let's go SeaWorld news, shall we? SeaWorld announced some very interesting things. They announced kind of a high-speed thrill ride coming to SeaWorld San Antonio in 2017 called Wavebreaker the Rescue Coaster. It's going to feature 2 launch segments. It's actually from Intamin, so the people who made Intimidator 305. It's going to be 2,600-foot track, like feet in track, and it's going to hit 44 miles per hour at top speed. Here's my issue with SeaWorld, and we'll get to this with what they announced for Florida. Their issue is they're trying to get away from the whole aspect of, we have animals in captivity here, but we want you to do these things that aren't talking about blackfish or bringing up blackfish, and we don't want to talk about blackfish anymore. And it's killing the park. We know that. And 2,
killing the business, not just the park.
It's killing SeaWorld as a business. 3, people. All right, everyone. I'm so sorry. This happens every week, literally every week, and it just agitates me.
Way to go, Hangouts.
Way to go, Hangouts. It literally agitates me to no end that it happens every week. So what I did, I'm gonna tell you all what I did, because I have a Mac. It's not because it's not happening because I have a Mac. I promise. But I plugged my Mac into my TV, so now my Hangouts will always be open, along with the YouTube thing and all of my news. So hopefully this works. If it does, and it actually lasts the entire podcast, then we'll use this method for forever.
Cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross your arms, cross your legs.
But dang, this agitates me. It's every week.
You know, when I was doing Skype, we used to do Skype for our Disney podcasts, and we always have that one person that always had a crappy connection.
It's
and
not
I was always mobile.
It's not that I have a crappy connection. I'm literally right under my Wi-Fi.
I know, but we never. I mean, it was always a connection issue with internet. I mean, I'm mobile right now, so I'm on 4G and I have a Bluetooth headset. So if I drop, I know why.
Yeah. If I drop, it's the world's ending.
It's the program, right? It's
All
the
right.
end of the world as we know it.
All right. So getting back to what we were talking about before.
Yes, SeaWorld.
SeaWorld. So continue what you were saying about SeaWorld, if you remember.
So to pretty much sum it up, SeaWorld's business is pretty much helping animals. And in order to continue that business and be great for Earth and the animal populations and everything that they do with the oceans, they have to build these rides. And I've never been to the one in San Antonio or San Diego. I've been to the one in Orlando, but my family has went to the one in San Antonio because my stepmom is originally, she's from my area, but she used to live in San Antonio for a number of years. She claims she says that the one in San Antonio is the best park.
Wow.
I don't know if that has any merit, but she's never been to San Diego either or Orlando, so
yeah.
But for them to make to put these coasters in, and I mean, all that they're trying to do is generate more income to help to do their greater good, which is to help the animals. And I agree. I think with them shutting down the orca breeding program is a sham and a waste. But these animal rights groups are just
killing.
I think they do more harm than good.
They really do.
Like the one that I'm not gonna say its name because Lord help you.
Yeah, we don't say their name.
Yeah, the big one. They're like the devil of the animals. I swear. They do more harm to animals than what they claim is good.
Yep.
Like they've tried to go into the zoos in Chicago and try to stop them.
They've tried to go into
Lincoln Park.
They've tried to go into zoos in Kentucky and stop things that weren't even happening.
And they screwed over Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
That show, and they're having the really tough time changing their show around to get rid of the elephants.
Yeah,
Even though the elephants have their own 200+ acre, wildlife area where they can just roam around.
Yeah.
Like their natural environment in Florida there in Sarasota. I mean, I think it's over closer to Lakeland. But what they did to Barnum and Bailey is just a travesty to, that old company that of course all the money is not based off the elephants, but the elephants were a huge attraction of the show.
Yeah.
Because it's always cool as a kid to see an elephant in person for the first time and go holy crap, that thing's huge.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, this whole Blackfish, this whole BS on trying to get these businesses or companies or organizations to stop with the animals. There's more animals on this planet than actually everyone thinks there is.
Yep.
And SeaWorld does a lot. But
they do.
If I had more time when I go down there in 2 weeks to visit SeaWorld and maybe do something backstage, I think I would highly enjoy that.
Yeah.
And more people should that are questioning SeaWorld do their backstage tour, help feed the animals, see what actually they're doing. They're not trying to, kill orcas. Some orcas do kill. After all, that's a big ass animal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, it's just like in our society, normal people can flip a switch and start killing people in a matter of an instant. Same with
Very
orcas.
true. Yeah.
Orcas are, studies have shown that dolphins have a very comparable brain to humans. I would assume orcas are in that same list too. They're smart. Yeah. They know when not to kill, but something flips in their head. Maybe because they are contained in a tank, but it's so rare. There's only been a handful of killings.
To me, this brings up the entire, not the entire thing, the theme of my favorite movie ever is Utopia, but it brings up the fact of their DNA. Yes,
Mhm.
they are cold-blooded killers. Yes, they have killed many things in the wild, but anyone can be trained not to kill.
Mhm.
Practically.
Yeah.
Like
And don't get me wrong, dolphins will kill an orca.
exactly.
It's been
will
documented.
they will gang up on. They will literally get in a pack and eat, like nibble at a freaking orca and like a
And
little
those
baby
noses are
orca.
strong.
Yeah, those bottlenose dolphins are freaking
Oh yeah.
destructive.
So it don't matter what animal. An animal's gonna kill if it needs to survive.
Yep.
Oh, your point about Utopia?
Zootopia. But yeah, it's
Or
just
Zootopia.
yeah, it's Zootopia. It's just in their biology. And I can't find my pen, and I'm getting really agitated. I'm losing everything tonight. It's oh my goodness.
Keep your brain together, big guy.
It's been a night.
Telling
But
me.
Zootopia, they said it's all about like it's in their DNA, and that's why they were having the things. But they ended up finding out that it's not the DNA; it was people shooting them with drugs, and they made a whole Breaking Bad reference. It was pretty funny. If you guys haven't seen Zootopia, go see it. But
yeah, I agree.
I digress. That's not the point. The point is everyone's has a printed DNA, and every animal has a printed DNA. You're gonna have lions that are gonna kill people, or not kill people, but like kill. Yeah, they have.
Well, they've also, what was it, Sigmund and Freud?
Yeah,
one of them got mauled
yeah,
by their pets.
Yeah.
Or no, one died in it. I forget. It was so many years ago.
Yeah, but bringing up the whole thing that blew up social media with the whole Harambe thing. Oh my goodness. Harambe, yeah, he's a gorilla. Gorillas like to kill things and beat things with their hands. He was in the enclosure with the kid, and yes, he was probably about to drag the kid and through the water, and the kid was probably about to drown. First thing, the kid shouldn't be in there, and second thing, the parent should have been watching the child. Third thing, the Harambe didn't have to die. Not just saying. Right now, I'm on the side of Harambe.
I actually don't think Harambe would have killed the kid.
He probably
was trying to protect him.
I personally think. First thing, we don't know. We're just speculating, and I love that we're talking about Harambe.
It's speculation.
I love that we're talking about Harambe right now. I really do. It's making my day. But I think, in speculation, of course, that Harambe was going to gently pick up the child, put him on his back, just like Tarzan, and give him to the parents.
Or at least to the trainers.
Or at least to somebody. Like,
right.
You got to know that these animals have been trained for situations where they see people that they've never seen before in their enclosure. What do they do?
People all the time. They see people all the time looking at their enclosure.
Yeah.
And they're going to do some weird stuff, because they're out in the open and, stuff happens. But I agree. I think zoos do train some animals, especially gorillas, as an what if scenario is a kid falls into the pit. And I personally think, Harambe would have picked him up, either put him on his back or just lifted him up so then he can just walk, into the grass and bring the child over to the door.
Yeah.
Where they go in to sleep.
Yeah.
And the trainer would have probably grabbed him. Just because he touched the kid, now we got to kill him. That's just BS. They should have just isolated him, or I wouldn't even say isolate him, but keep him out there. Just study it because it's never happened before.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens. I'm not saying the kid, after the kid's gone, maybe if Harambe gets violent with tries to escape and stuff like that, then okay, there's justification to be done.
Yeah.
But they could have used it as like a big social experiment. Like we've seen a lot of in nature of people going up to gorillas, and they kind of interact. I mean, gorillas are just like us. They're curious, and they're smart. They know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
So
they do.
I think Cincinnati made the biggest mistake they could have done.
Yeah, they did.
And they made it too fast and
not too furious.
Right. Well, I'm sure that the stupid animal rights people were BSing about it.
Oh, they were.
Well, you got to do something.
We gotta save Harambe. No, you can't.
Right.
Yeah. So, moving on from Harambe and SeaWorld and animals and everything that's just bad with the theme park community. Going on to something else that's bad with the theme park community, and that's VR.
Oh yeah.
VR is just killing theme parks, I believe. Well, you got Six Flags doing their whole roller coaster VR, which they're doing a pretty dang good job. People are enjoying it. Yes, I get that. Kraken VR is happening. Sorry, but it's happening. Yeah, sure. You have the repository, which we will have a full, sort of full review.
I want to know what is that. Okay, I've seen the commercial like everyone else has on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen the YouTube video, whatever, it's the same thing. But man, it's piqued my interest, and then all the positive things that are coming out of it. This might be this is what VR should be used for.
Yeah.
Don't put it on a coaster. I get motion sickness just being on a coaster. Why do I need to put a VR headset on to amplify that by 30 times? I jumped on the VR wagon because I have an S7 Edge and a Note 7. Which I still have the original one, so I keep on getting that warning message.
Yeah.
May explode. I live dangerously. But yeah, I have the Samsung VR, which is not as good as, the Oculus or the other one or two that are out there. But it does the job, and I like it, but I would never ride that on a coaster.
Mm-hmm.
I get sick on the Superman ride at freaking Six Flags. There's no way I'm doing a VR.
That's funny.
Imagine a VR ride on a Superman, like you're flying through freaking New York or something.
Well, they kind of have
what they're
it.
Doing?
They have it, but it's not really. Well, it's okay. It's not the best because it's Six Flags, but it's okay.
VR in general is. 360 is still new technology.
Yeah.
To get it to where they need it to be, it's still going to be another 2 to 3 years before you're seeing HD quality in the headsets where it seems like you're just looking out at the world.
I was saying that today to someone about PlayStation VR. I said,
the PlayStation VR, that doesn't look good to me.
We are in the age right now where we're either going to get too technologically advanced or we're just going to stay on the same path. Where we're just going to inch and inch into that technology age.
Which is fine. I'd much rather have it inch by inch.
Exactly.
If you're going to go too quick into it, what else do we have next?
If we get PlayStation VR, don't ask me that question because I know the answer to that, and I'll tell you that after we're done. It's really disturbing.
I'm sure.
PlayStation VR will be either the beginning or the end of VR.
PlayStation's got some big balls, that's for sure.
Yes, they do. And
I don't think it's going to tank the gaming business. It's just, yeah, you're right. It's going to be the beginning or the end of VR.
It'll be the beginning or the end of VR. It'll either be the beginning of VR games everywhere, like we're going to get a VR Last of Us, we're going to get a VR GTA, we're going to get a VR Destiny. We're going to get a VR Madden, UFC, WWE. I'm looking at my video games now. We're going to get an Assassin's Creed VR. We're already getting Batman VR, for goodness sake. Oh, my God.
Well, imagine if it really does take off. Imagine, you remember the old Call of Duty game where you landed on the beach in Normandy and you had to go up? I'm waiting for them to remake a lot of these old classic.
So much.
Make them into high def, like look like real war. Imagine that in VR, where you can look around the battlefield, dude, and headset. Oh, I think that would be amazing. There's some games that would be amazing in VR. Then there's some that just shouldn't be, like GTA.
I'll talk to you about.
I'll
talk to you about that later because it's really funny. But back on the subject of what Cedar Fair is doing. Cedar Fair last week pulled the 5150 name from its VR. Nobody really knows why they did it. Maybe it was just offensive to people in California. Maybe it was just because Van Halen's probably sent them a cease and desist letter. You never know. Something happened. But Cedar Fair has officially pulled the plug on their virtual haunt attraction Fear VR that they were testing at Not Scary Farm, Canada's Wonderland Halloween Haunt, and California's Great America Halloween Haunt. Pretty much for the same reasons for the name change of the Fear VR 5150 to just Fear VR. Various mental health groups applied pressure on the theme park. Oh, there we go. Mental health groups were pulling, for the thing to be gone.
I'd much rather go into a VR. I'd much rather do a VR haunt than the Manor in New York City.
Yeah.
Screw that. Because that is like real life, like 5 hours of torture for some fear mongering, and that would really mess your psyche up at the Manor.
Well, here's
but VR. I can't see how bad it could be.
Here's what the description was of Fear VR 5150 before it was changed to just Fear VR, and now it's totally gone. Said Fear VR 5150 is an experience that is coming to California's Great America for Halloween haunt, as well as the haunt to California's Wonderland and Not Scary Farm. Fear 5150 or Fear VR 5150, is described as a groundbreaking and horrifying virtual reality experience. You're strapped in a wheelchair, wearing a Gear VR headset, and guests are at the mercy of the maniacal hospital staff. Now, I see that as, yes, mental health groups are probably saying, hey, you need to stop this because it's just too much. But maybe if they weren't at the mercy of the guests. I wonder why Fear VR got the boot, but Repository is doing so well.
Because Universal probably has you have Comcast behind them. Like, hey, we need defense. But then again, I mean, it looks totally different. Like you don't have a VR headset the whole time in the Repository. It seems like Fear VR is totally VR.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to look up stuff from Repository to see what people have been saying or what anyone says.
But I think as far as like the future of VR and haunts, I think the Repository is like a big step forward.
Well, because what I've seen, this I'm just saying what I've been seeing and what I've heard. One, I've heard Owen is still to this day trying to process what happened inside the Repository.
Wow.
No, literally, like we were all trying to text him, say, "Hey, how was the Repository last night?" And, like literally, he texted us halfway through the night last night. He said, "I'm still trying to process what happened."
Wow. I know that it's a lot of puzzles and tricks and just a bunch of stuff.
I've heard that you start out with the room that they just explain the experience, then the VR happens, then an escape room, which I don't know if this is true or not.
It looks like it. It looks like it from the advertisement.
Yeah, I'm looking at the advertisement now. Like a story version of it, and they usher you into things and tell you to do things and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go into the VR, and something happens after that, and then you're done. And you go into like this little lounge where you just sit and watch everyone else do it, and you can either die in the repository or you can live after the repository. So, because I saw that, I can't remember who it was. I'll have to go back and look on the HHN feed. Crap. Stop being stupid, TweetDeck. Well, someone's doing the repository right now. Still impressed by the repository. They survived, so people can survive or die. Survive or die.
Wow.
They can survive in the repository or die in the repository, but not literally die, of course.
Well, yeah. Die in the universe.
Yeah, die in the lore of it, I guess. But it is, and this is confirmed by like 80 billion pictures on the internet, it is Legendary Truth.
Yeah.
It's tied with the Legendary Truth storyline, which I'm not a part of any of the Legendary Truth storyline because I just got started in Horror Nights and all that stuff.
Right, I haven't either. And the Legendary Truth storyline looks pretty interesting.
It really does, and I wish I could have seen at least half of it, and I wish I could have seen what happened last year, because apparently it's a lot of, like, what happened last year during the final nights of Horror Nights with the Legendary Truth is kind of an extension of what's happening this year with the repository. Now, I don't know exactly if that's true or not, because Owen, of course, is not here to say,
come on, Owen.
Yeah, we need him on for an episode while he's down there, but Friday nights are like the nights that he gets everything done in Horror Nights. I know that, like, did I just see something?
No.
No. Okay. Oh, geez, that scared me. Okay, I thought they just said Daniel Bryan is cleared for wrestling, but he's not. They released his documentary.
Oh, he will be.
They released his documentary, so we're okay. I thought we were having an issue right now. I saw WWE and clearing Daniel Bryan. I did not see the knot in between it.
Right, yeah.
I was worried, and I was about to start crying. Anyway,
we're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and we'll just talk about it a lot.
I'm not a part of that, but I might do it on my show. I'm still trying to get the logistics part of it. My job sucks.
Moving on from that, we have some last-minute Disney news. We have the gift from God that Stitch's Great Escape, starting on October 2nd, will no longer be running daily. It's going to be running seasonally. It's about darn time.
Take it out.
They should just take it out. I know.
I did it once, and I was like, yep.
I know, right? It's like, okay, that happened. Yeah, sure.
It was cool, probably 15, I don't know how old. I mean, the attraction's pretty old.
Like 10 years. Not even 10 years.
It was probably pretty cool when it first came out, because then they duplicated it and made the Bug's Life one. Pretty much the same thing, almost.
Besides the
3D.
Besides the harness, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, they could put something way better there. And they're already making tweaks around around Tomorrowland anyway. I mean, they put in the blue rocks, which that's for. Now they redid the
stuff for
logos
Carousel.
for Carousel. And now they just need to get rid of Stitch Great Escape. I know they want to keep the theming with, well, they got Toy Story and then with Buzz Lightyear, and then you got Stitch right there. They should just take Stitch away and probably put in something. I mean, you got Mona coming out. Do something for Mona.
Maybe.
Whatever.
Yeah,
or a new Nemo ride.
Well,
with Dory. I
see Nemo, but they tried doing 20,000 Leagues before, and that didn't work.
Well, yeah.
So maybe not. I would say maybe bring the Stitch Encounter. If you want to keep Stitch there, bring the Stitch Encounter over from like Tokyo or Hong Kong or whatever park it is. I'm pretty sure it's Hong Kong.
Or
Or do what they're talking
Or-
about and do a Wreck-It Ralph ride.
Or, since the Incredibles movie's coming up in the next few years,
Finally do the
And all they have
Incredibles
is-
ride.
do an Incredibles ride instead of giving them a freaking dance party. Like, I feel so bad for them guys that are in those costumes,
Me too.
especially that woman.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, that's got to be. I was a mascot for my high school football team for a little bit after I couldn't make varsity. Well, there's a whole other story that I'm just not going to go into. I was
Yeah.
a naughty boy, but
Mhm.
but yeah, I was mascot for my high school football team, and that damn thing was hot. Holy, I can't imagine it up down there in the middle of summer, all day long, every day.
All day, every day, I know.
I'd be like, I want top dollar.
But whenever a ride is open seasonally, it means that they are not open for the entire year. Of course, they're only open on busy days like Thanksgiving break, Christmas to New Year's, and sometimes on July 4th. But for now, Disney has only confirmed that it will reopen for November 19th to the 26th, December 7th, and December 17th to January 2nd. So if you're smart and Disney has not announced more dates that it will be open, your final day as of now to ride Stitch's Great Escape for the final time is January 2nd, 2017. Don't be sad. Don't cry. It's for the greater good.
Yes. You know what they should bring over? They should bring over the Pirates of the Caribbean and redo it and make it like Tokyo or Shanghai.
I'm fine with what we're doing now. I'm fine with ours. Shanghai can have their awesome stuff. Shanghai can keep whatever they want. Shanghai can have everything. I don't care. Just
Right.
don't shut down Disney World. That's all I want.
Oh, they're
Don't
never
shut
going
it
to shut
down.
down that. Something tragic would
If they buy Twitter, I don't know where they're going to get this money from. They ain't getting it from me.
They ain't going to sell Disney World. Nobody can afford Disney World.
No, Disney's thinking of buying Twitter, but yet they're in so much debt right now, they're having to close attractions.
What's that really going to save Disney World?
I don't understand.
I mean, well, you got like 3 or 4 attendants, and that's about it. I mean, I could see something big like, any of the attractions at Magic Kingdom have more attendance than freaking Stitch. I mean,
Stitch has 2. It's the one.
Right.
Actually, they have. I lied. They have 4. They have 2 at Fast Passes in the Fast Pass kiosk. It's right in front of Stitch, so that really doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
They have the one that ushers everyone in, takes them through, and then goes back into the pre-show area, and then the second one grabs them, brings them into the room. So there's 2 attendants for that ride.
And then there's one that probably controls it.
And then, and there's one that presses a green button.
Ooh.
Fancy, shiny green button.
Right.
And moving on to Epcot, before we go to my trip report from Kentucky Kingdom, which is awesome. According to rumors, Universe of Energy will close down forever as early as January of 2017. This could make way.
Ellen.
I know, poor Ellen. This could mean possibly Guardians of the Galaxy, or maybe our Tron coaster that we've been wanting. Who knows? We won't know until probably January 3rd, 2017, whenever Stitch closes for Wreck-It Ralph, and Ellen probably closes for Guardians of the Galaxy, because Disney hates us and wants to make us. What's the song? They want us to come and get our love at Epcot every time we visit.
Well, at least they're not going to, redo Tower of Terror.
At least that we're
At
not
Disney World.
losing our Tower of Terror yet.
Yet.
Along with our Rock and Roller Coaster yet.
They changed the finger of Steven Tyler, so there's subtle changes.
The end is nigh.
I actually enjoyed Rock and Roller Coaster when I was there.
I love Rock and Roller Coaster. Oh my god!
It was my first time on there. I was like, "Holy crap, this is amazing! Why haven't I not rode this before? Get it together, Scott."
Yep. So finally, talking about my Kentucky Kingdom trip real quick.
Yes, because I want to know, because I've been tempted to go a few times when I'm in the area.
You should
I'm a truck driver.
Let me know.
And I have yet to make the. I mean, not now. I mean, they're closed for a season.
Well, of course.
I don't think they're doing anything for Halloween, are they? No.
They aren't, sadly.
Well, they're in a rebuilding phase anyway, so. That's
okay. They're in a rebuilding phase. Give them like 5 years. Which is
cool. I read the story on it. It's pretty amazing in how it went from Six Flags had it, then they closed it,
and it sat dormant for like 5 years.
Yeah, and now the owner that originally had the property before Six Flags bought it back.
Yep, he bought it back, and he is the nicest. He is the best. He is amazing.
I heard he is.
But what happened on my trip was, if you guys didn't watch any of my Periscopes, if you haven't, I think you should go back and watch them because they were really funny. I think they were. I was chatting with my boy Brady the entire time. If you don't know him, he is that K-pop nerd. Just look up all or around Orlando vlogs. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm 100% positive that's what it is. Just give me 2 seconds to look it up.
1,000.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. All or around Orlando vlogs. Look that up on YouTube. You'll find Brady. Brady's a cool kid. He's gonna be my Horror Nights buddy next year. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it sucks. You should come this year.
I wish I can, but there's
school.
Darn school. But anyway, he liked seeing the park and all that stuff, which gave me an idea of doing that walkthrough video that you all saw. That actually got copyright hit by Mr. Daft Punk, or Mr.'s Daft Punk, I guess. Because Get Lucky was playing in the background.
Oh.
And I'm just so mad.
That sucks. It's like I got a 360 video on my YouTube of the last night of Osborne's Family at Dancing Lights, or I forget what the heck it is.
Osborne's Spectacle
at Dancing Lights.
Yeah.
I have a 360 of it, and Trans-Siberian Orchestra hit me for one.
Gotta love that TSB. Gotta love them.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, go on.
But first, start out with Lightning Run. It was an amazing ride. I love it. I rode in the very back by myself, nobody else. It was just me and a couple other people in the train. It was just amazing. And then I went to Angry Birds 5D, had the best run of Angry Birds 5D I've ever had. Sat
really?
Back
they got
row.
An Angry Birds 5D ride?
Yep. You know how, I don't know if you got to see the old SpongeBob ride.
No, I've never been there, but I've been on 5Ds.
Yeah, it's just like a motion simulator theater type of thing. It's kind of corny, but I had really good 3D glasses, and I was very happy. I was in the back row 4, straight in the middle, so it was perfect seat. So I had a great run on that. And then I just walked around the front. No, I lied. I walked across the street and got on Thunder Run. And then I hit up Storm Chaser once. And then I went back to the front of the park and did all the flat rides in the front of the park. Loved every single one of them except the Enterprise. That one really just made me cry. I legit thought I was going to die on that attraction. I met 2 people that actually listen to the podcast.
Oh,
Cannot
sweet.
remember their names to save my life. I am very sorry. It's been almost 2 weeks since I've been there, and
Blame
so
it on
much
him.
has happened. Blame it on me. I'm apologizing. I know y'all probably are going to watch this. I'm really, really sorry. But thank you all for saying hi to me. It really just meant a lot. I'm not the biggest YouTuber out there, but they noticed the hat that I wore, and they were like, "Wait, is that Travis Coaster?" I'm like, "Whoa, you know me? How?" And yeah, it was really cool, and that kind of made my day. And then more things happened throughout the day, and it was really cool. But we'll get to that in a second. So yeah, almost died on the Enterprise, and then went to the front of the park. Actually, no, went to the back of the park and ate at Swamp Water Jack's for lunch. Got some pizza, pretty good, and then pizza. Actually, after this, I'm gonna eat some pizza because I'm starving.
I am too, and I still got like an hour to drive.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's life for me.
Very true. Very true. And then went to the front of the park and started the walkthrough, which you guys can check out on this channel. Just type in walkthrough of Kentucky Kingdom. You'll probably see the video that only has 2 views, but not trying to get you to watch it for views or anything. I'm just you want to see if you want to see a walkthrough of Kentucky Kingdom and how beautiful it is, just watch that video. You'll understand why I love the park so much. And then after that whole thing, I went back to Swamp Water Jack's because I was so hungry after that. I literally walked 45 minutes doing that video and all that stuff. And I got so hungry, I'm like, I have to eat something, I'm about to pass out. So I went back to Swamp Water Jack's and got some chicken tenders. They were so good. It was so good. And then I said, you know what, I'm going to ride Angry Birds one more time because I don't know if it's going to be back next year. I don't know what's going on with it. So I went there, and after the ride, I get out, and I'm just like, okay, cool. I see a guy walk in with an RMC shirt. And RMC is, of course, the people who made Storm Chaser. And I went up to him and I said, "Excuse me, do you work for RMC?" And he said, "No, but I know a lot of people that work there." And they gave me the shirt. I'm like, cool. So that's when I met a bunch of people. We met OhioValleyCoasters, which you guys can find them on Facebook or just type in OhioValleyCoasters, and then on Instagram it's at OhioValleyCoasters. And then I met like a portion of the Midway Mayhem team. They're really nice, awesome people. Follow them on Twitter at Midway_Mayhem, and on Instagram at Midway Mayhem. And then, like, this kid, he's basically me, but younger, and has ridden Storm Chaser way, way more times than I have. His Instagram is at Kentucky Coasters. He actually lives in the area, so you guys are going to be seeing a lot of him because he's going to be in vlogs with me and Mom, hopefully next year. This boy, and I say boy because he's not 18 years or older. This boy, I say boy because I boyed him like whenever I found out about this. This boy rode Storm Chaser a record 671 times this past season.
Jeez.
671 times. If you guys want to hear a little bit more about his story, you guys can go on to actually OhioValleyCoasters YouTube page. They did a whole short interview with him, and then we went back on to Storm Chaser and kept riding. We had to take a little break because I had to refill my water. And then I'm going to try and get him on a podcast soon just to talk about why he loves Storm Chaser so much.
Well, what was he thinking?
Yeah, what were you thinking riding Storm Chaser 671 times?
Are you going to break your record next year?
Are you gonna break your record next year? Are you gonna allow me to at least attempt to break your record next year? Or are you gonna bar me from going to the park? You steal my season pass with free drinks. But he's a great kid. Go check out Kentucky Coasters on Instagram. He does a lot of good pictures, and he's actually featured on Kentucky Kingdom's Instagram page. I'm pretty sure their Facebook page as well. So if you want to actually see the shirt that he was wearing that he got made, that said it actually says 700 rides and counting, but he only did 671 this year. He was hoping to get a lot more on Saturday to make it 700, but he couldn't. But everyone that I met, I know they're probably going to be watching this eventually. Thank you all for making my day. I was having a really rough day. And you guys made it fun. So that was my trip. That was the most I rode Storm Chaser in a day. I rode it almost, I want to say we rode it 11 or 12 times.
Wow.
Maybe 13. And we got the final train with people on it for the year. So I think that's going to start being a tradition for me, or me at least, is going to be the final train of Storm Chaser that year. Because, God, that ride is just, it's so beautiful. If you guys listen to the video that says the final car or the final run of Storm Chaser for 2016, I say, wow, it's so majestic. And I literally got teary-eyed when I saw it go over the hill. Because just the way that the sun hit it, and it was just so beautiful. It's like, I'm not going to be able to get to ride this ride for 6 more months. Actually, give me a second. Let me count. 1, 2, 3,
7.
4, 5, 6. Almost 7 months, yeah. I'm not going to be able to ride my number one roller coaster. Yes, my number one roller coaster. But we'll do those ratings probably at the end of December. If I can say right now, sure, we'll do that at the end of December. But right now, that is my number one coaster of the year, guys. It's just, it's so beautiful and it's so good. And it's just, it literally, to me, it trumps a lot of other RMCs. Not Twisted Colossus, because that ride's good. If it was dueling, it would be a lot better. And Medusa's fast as all get out. But Storm Chaser is just, it's good that I enjoyed that Kentucky Kingdom got that RMC, because they really needed something to boost, like, people going into the park. So that really helped. And what is happening for 2017 is going to bring a lot more to the park. And I believe that 2017 for Kentucky Kingdom is going to be an amazing year. I cannot wait to see it. It's going to be phenomenal. And I can't wait to see all my friends again that I met on Sunday. It's going to be a reunion. And we're going to get the first train of the year on Storm Chaser. I cannot wait. But there is something I do want to talk with you all about real quick. And that's, and we've talked about this before, and we're probably going to have to do another podcast about this, because there's a lot of new people. Whenever Horror Nights is over and no one's busy anymore, we'll get everyone rounded up, all, I guess, 6 of us or something like that. Yeah, it's 6 of us. Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of us.
There's 6 of us. I'll explain that later. We'll just get together and we'll talk about theme park etiquette and how you're supposed to act at a theme park. But for right now, I'm going to leave you with this. If someone is standing in line waiting for someone to get done cashing someone else out, like on an order, don't cut in front of them to get a drink. This is what happened. I was standing at the Coke refreshment stand in Hurricane Bay at Kentucky Kingdom, and I was just standing there about to just ask if I could go get some free water, because it was a hot day. It was about 98 degrees, and then the next day temperature dropped to like 62. Because that's Kentucky for you.
Right.
It's literally 49 degrees right now, and I don't understand why.
It's 61 where I'm at in Michigan.
I think it's 49. Give me a second. I can find this out.
It's
It
probably.
is.
Well, it's in the
I
50s.
lied. It is 55 degrees. That's my bad. But I
this
was
low
close.
pressure has sucked.
It's the worst.
It's a mini hurricane. It reminds me of like Andrew many years ago.
Yeah. But literally, I was just standing there, and this family just walks up, feels like they run the place, scan their wristband for a free drink, or I guess they paid for the drink plan or whatever, and got their drinks. And I looked at the guy, and he's like, there's nothing I can do. I said, I know, that's not your job, but, like, etiquette. You know it, I know it.
Yeah. There's so much like bad etiquette in all the theme parks. It don't matter if you're going to the most expensive or one of the cheapest. It's like everyone thinks that they should be served first.
Exactly.
Like,
and I'm not
we're
trying
all
to
here to have a good time. I mean, come on.
And myself, I'm a college student, and I know how to act, and all of my friends, they're all college students, and they know how to act. Tonight's UCF night at Universal, and it's a horror night
Well, that's
tonight.
gonna be a ruckus.
so if you guys haven't seen, Jason, who I've talked about a lot on podcasts, he tweeted me. I'm about to retweet that tweet right now of Orlando United. They tweeted a picture of the parking situation, or the about to be parking situation at Universal Orlando Resort. There is about 56 to 70 cars in the line to get into the parking garage to go to Universal. And
Jeez.
I'm getting a lot of reports coming out that American Horror Story is at a 135-minute wait right now.
And Owen just tweeted a tad crowded tonight, to say the least, at Halloween Horror Night.
Oh, did Owen just tweet?
Yeah, a couple minutes ago. Tad crowded tonight, to say the least, at hashtag HHN26.
Yeah, I'll have to look for that, retweet that. So I've been retweeting all of their tweets.
Yeah, I just retweeted it, so.
Oh, well, so I should find it.
Oh, crap, I'm in exit only lane. Whoops.
Well, bro.
Stupid construction.
Gotta love it.
No.
But with that being said, and with Horror Nights upon us, and we're almost a month in now.
2 weeks in.
2 weeks in, yeah.
A month left to go. November 1st or 2nd is the last night, that Monday after Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in full swing now, and everybody's saying that the houses are on point now. So
yeah,
a lot of people's rankings of the houses keep on fluctuating in the first few weeks. They finally leveled off.
So what we're going to do next week is I'm going to talk with Owen this week, and I'm going to tell him to make you a touring plan so you can get everything done in a night. Because I'm pretty sure you're going during the worst time of the entire event.
I don't think I am. I'm going in the middle of October.
I think that's what they call Hell Week.
Really? Oh, that would suck.
So you're gonna.
All I know is, if I just see Chance, I'll be okay with that.
Well, you can see Chance in the new scare
the
scare zone of Chance in Hell. Now it's not Chance, but it's
pretty darn close.
It's Chance. she's there. It's just not Chance.
I think she rotates out with another double. I would assume.
We'll talk about that after.
Maybe, I don't know.
All right. Well, with that being said, and with Horror Nights aside, and bad etiquette aside, and my awesome trip to Kentucky Kingdom aside, I would like to thank you all for watching or listening. To this episode of the TheCoasterCasters podcast. And Scott, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on the Twitter at Great Traveling Scott. You're gonna spell that a little differently. GR the number 8 TRVL NSCOTT. It's been so long since I said it.
If you just
You can follow me through Travis. We're always
and
tweeting to each other.
he's in the description below. His Twitter's in the description below.
If you want to catch up on my podcast, it's been a while since I've done one because I'm kind of waiting for this next 2 weeks is going to be. I'm going to start popping off a few. You can go on Spreaker.com and search for Great Traveling Scott. Just straight up. I've done some Raw podcast. I did the Backlash last month from WWE, and yeah, so it's my little side project that I'm still trying to get going. But you get to hear life stories from the road as a truck driver as I am. So
yeah, sounds.
And you get to hear me get pissed off at a lot of like drivers. So.
Well, here comes the fun part. Here's when we plug everybody that's not here, and it's a lot of people now because they're all at Horror Nights or, in Dallas's case, somewhere else. I can't remember. I think he's in Fort Lauderdale or something like that. You can follow Owen on Twitter at Sir Owen Disney. Follow the Popcast Network at Popcast Network. You follow Mel on Twitter at Melody the Disnerd, and that's without the E in the. You can follow Katie on Twitter at the Usherette19. You can follow Amanda on Twitter at AMD111588. And then thank you to Heart of Kentucky Travel, our new sponsor. They're part of the cruise planners industry, I guess. Corporation. It's not a corporation. It's basically just a little segment off of the Cruise Planners travel agency. But for any of your travel needs that you need, land, sea, air, hotel, anything you need, you can always just go through Heart of Kentucky Travel and just say that you found out about them on the TheCoasterCasters podcast. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. And do you have any last words?
Keep it shiny.
Wow, you totally botched that. Good job, Sin Cara. Yeah. Good job.
Oh, yes. Yeah. If you listen to my podcast, almost every episode I botch the ending. And it's the same ending every time.
Slow clap for Scott. Do you want to try again?
Always remember to keep.
It skips. You have to try it again.
Oh, really?
Third time's a charm.
Keep it shiny side up, and I will see you at Halloween Horror Nights on October 13th and 14th.
There you go. And with all of that before this being said, thank you all for watching. I can't thank you enough for the way that this channel has grown in the past year. It's just amazing. Our viewership has kind of dropped a little bit, but I'm not worried about it. We'll get it back. You guys can find me on Twitter at TravisCoaster. My name doesn't say Travis Coaster. My username is Travis Coaster. Whenever you @ me, it's something or something like that. But the name that shows up is Rilo Ken, and that's because of what's going on with Bill and Ted, which you guys will find out someday, hopefully.
I can't wait.
Because Owen's going to be definitely quoting Bill and Ted, and then he'll send me the audio, or I'll find the audio from Bill and Ted, and I'll watch Bill and Ted whenever Wild Stallions puts it up. And I'll know the Rilo Ken jokes, so I'll be quoting them, and then Scott will probably be quoting them, and then Mel and Katie.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be worse. Like, it's going to be wrestling jokes, a little bit of theme parks, and then Bill and Ted jokes, a little bit of theme parks, inside jokes that we have, and then a little bit more theme parks, and we're done. It's exactly what it's going to be. But
Wild Stallions, dude!
With all that aside, thank you all for watching. don't forget, this is a Bill and Ted joke. Be excellent to each other. Have a good night. If any of you are at Horror Nights, good luck. I'm sorry you have to deal with UCF. And we will see you all next week for episode 40.